Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today we're going to react to Ashes of ARES, their new single, By My Blade. Now, anybody who's been on this channel even once probably heard me talk about how much I love Iced Earth, and my favorite vocalist from Iced Earth is Matt Barlow, and he is the frontman of this band, and he created this band after he left Iced Earth. So I'm excited to see what he does with this third album that they released. I like the first two albums, I thought they were great. So let's see what he's doing with this one in particular. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, anybody who's new to this channel, I'd like to be 100% honest. If there's something I don't like, I'm going to point it out, even with my favorite vocalist of all time. It got to be genuine. It has to be 100%. I don't never blindly just like something. Without any further ado, let's get right into it and let's see what we got. And by the way, guys, if you do enjoy these kinds of reactions, make sure to subscribe down below for more. Please be good. Yeah, I can tell right away this is going to be a heavier album than the first two. So far, it doesn't sound bad at all. Actually kind of liking it. The production's kind of weird. That's what I'm being a little bit off-put, but the music itself is actually quite good. And man, how much I missed Matt Barlow's voice. I've always liked his he had this kind of harshness and a deeper tone to his voice, but at the same time he was able to hit some high notes. Now, I'm not going to compare him to somebody like Simone or Floor Jansen. They're on a different caliber kind of vocalists, but for this kind of power thrash metal sound, I really always liked his style, and that thrash metal being my favorite genre, they just kind of fit in within the kind of music I've always enjoyed. This reminds me of like Violate from Iced Earth, and some of the songs I remember on watching Over Me on Something Wicked This Week Comes. There was another song that was just kind of very thrashy and very fast. But anywho, the point is I'm trying to make is like they're going for this particular song, they're going for that heavier sound. And I always thought Ashes of ARES was an extension of Iced Earth. They sound very much like Iced Earth in the same style, because I think it fits Matt Barlow's voice very, very well. And I believe in the beginning, Ashes of ARES had Iced Earth members in there, so it kind of makes sense. Obviously, the riffing is going to be a little bit different. It's not Schaefer doing any of the songwriting. So I can sense the similarities, and at the same time the differences, and sometimes conscious differences, that Matt Barlow and the other guys here are creating with this particular song. also digging what looks like Frank Frazetta style paintings in the background. At least it looks like the horseman from, oh my god, why am I forgetting? Storm Rider. Because Storm Rider basically took that Frank Frazetta drawing and they put it in their cover. So it looks like in the same style that they're doing here in the lyric video as well, which is really cool. Frank Frazetta is probably my favorite illustrator of all time. I love how he visualized Conan and kind of the way he would draw characters. Women were strong, but they were feminine. The guys were like really, they just kind of, it just had the visual style that I thought was really cool. Like He-Man style that, you know, we all kind of grew up with these cartoons. Yeah, I like that. He's always been really good at that, building that suspense and creating like a demonic voice. He did it so well on Burnt Offerings for Iced Earth.
I'm haunting you by night.
So I'm starting seeing the different characters we got here. That's the rider basically from Storm Rider, the one I talked about, Frank Frazetta. That looks like Sauron. This reminds me of the king from Game of Thrones, the Night King. So it's kind of, I see the inspiration. The artwork is really dope. I really like the cover. Empire of Fools, or Emperors and Fools, coming out in January. I am going to be so waiting for this album. I'm not going to lie, I can't say that I am absolutely blown away by this song, but if I'm also honest with Ashes of ARES, I was put aback at first because I was expecting Iced Earth and it's not. There's inspirations, there's similar sounds, but at the end of the day, it's its own project and its own band. And the expectation is something I had to rewire, which I'm doing actually right now because the music is good. Am I saying that it's the best power metal album I've ever heard in my life? Perhaps not, but it sounds like a solid album just from this one song. And this is not a knock on anybody in this band or Matt Barlow, which is, again, Iced Earth, my favorite band of all time. In particular, it's my favorite band because of Matt Barlow. He's literally my favorite vocalist of all time. But I think the best stuff he's done was with Iced Earth. And this is just a great addition to his already illustrious career. That's my opinion. Of course, there's going to be people who would disagree. Perhaps if he would have this kind of discussion with me, perhaps I think he might even disagree with me. But as a fan, as a real fan of Matt Barlow, that's how I feel. But let's see how the song also ends. The solo, definitely that ending part in the solo really picked it up a notch for me in terms of how much I like this song. As a matter of fact, let's rewind it. infamous high pitch, high notes that he does all the time. I love it. Yeah, it's like right there at the end of the song. I love that chugging riff that is there at the end. Yeah, I like this song. I like the direction of this album because I believe the Dead Plight of Man was the first one. I think the first one was called Ashes of Ares, and I forgot the name of the second album. They were more on the softer side of power metal that I've gotten used to hearing, in particular from him. And this is definitely on the heavier side, which I really like. I like that. And actually, the production kind of grew on me throughout. And I liked is maybe slight rawness that it has in there. It's not overly produced. So I'll be looking forward to it. I mean, honestly speaking, like I said, even if it is, like, let's say Matt Barlow has done his best work, like for example Megadeth or Metallica, they've done their best albums, and I just like hearing new stuff from Metallica and Megadeth, and they happen to be good. It's the same thing I think with Ashes of Ares. Perhaps I've heard the best that I could from the guys participating in this band in their previous work, but it doesn't stop it from being great projects and great albums to check out. I don't personally need Matt Barlow to reinvent the genre now. I just want to hear more Matt Barlow. I want to see Ashes of Ares live. That's what I want to do. And I'll leave it to other bands to reinvent the wheel, like Bellicor or, you know, any other band, younger band, Orbit Culture, and all these guys who are pushing the genre into different directions. That's how I feel personally. I wish I was more blown away by the song, but it's perhaps one of those things that I just need to get to through the whole album and pick the song. I usually latch onto a couple songs in the beginning, and then I grow on the rest of the album. That's happened actually with Exodus, Persona Non Grata, like Prescribing Horror, Lunatic Liar Lord, Slipping Into Madness. Those songs really got me, and other songs are growing on me, even the ones that I didn't particularly like. That's kind of my opinion. Hopefully, guys, you enjoyed this reaction and my analysis of what I think of this song. Perhaps a lot of you might not know this band on my channel. I recommend for you guys to check them out. I think it's a solid power thrash metal band, and I happen to enjoy his vocals quite a lot. There we go. I got to see my Iced Earth with Matt Barlow, I believe, 4 times, and I've seen them total 6 times. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them more. Anywho, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. For those celebrating Thanksgiving, enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy the holiday. And even if you're not, man, enjoy your rest of your week. Keep it metal, guys. Have a good one and stay safe.